All right, let's make a door. Here we have a perfectly respectable wall. Let's turn that into a wall that has a door. Here we're looking at a domain. This happens to be from 0 to 192. Now, the thing about a door is you have two sides to the door, and then you have the door opening itself. So the first thing we want to do is make the other side. So let's duplicate this domain. That will carry forward the height settings, the textures. So let's just click add. Now we'll go into walls. And that's not going to work for us. Let's go down a little bit. Or here we go. We'll make it above. There's the first wall. And we need to look at this and go, oops, what in the heck happened? We don't have a texture in here. It's just not what we're looking for. And that's because you have to make sure that you've selected one of the walls on the wall that you're going to duplicate. I know that's a little confusing using the word wall in two ways, but this structure, you want to select one of the walls on the structure that you're going to duplicate. So now it has cement 11. And let's change this to 3. And let's continue closing this up, working clockwise. So now we have the left side of the wall, the right side of the wall, and there's no opening. And in fact, the right side of the wall is very much too big. So there, we've moved it over. Now we go to domains, and we're going to take this and drop it down. Let's take a look at that real quick. So we'll save that, reload it, take a peek. And there we have a wall with a door. Except most doors have a thing over the top. So let's make that. Go back into the editor. We'll select one of these domains and we will duplicate it. That's now domain 4. I know that I want the ceiling, or excuse me, the floor of this RBOX to be 128. And now, since the floor is visible, it's not invisible, meaning touching the grass. We need to give this a nice texture. Cement 11 should do it. So we come over here and we're going to make this little chunk of wall down here out of the way. Now we have to give this domain 4. And let's close this up. Come back over and see if we can move that in place. It's moved in place. Let's save and see if this worked out. And there it is. Can't get through it. Wonder why. Well, save it, load it, and then go take a peek. Still can't get through. I wonder how tall the character is. Hmm, 96. What happens if we lower that? Now we can get through. So a character at 96 has a little trouble getting through a door that's only 128. And quite frankly, it looks a little low. So another way to go is we take that domain 4 and let's add 16 to that. So that would become 144. Then we can go back to our player and make this 96 as before. And that works. And it looks a little better in terms of height. However, it's an awfully thick wall. After the wall is made and the wall is in place, the way to make it thinner is you switch to a lower grid. Let's zoom in. And we just move those up. After we move them up, we're going to set it back to 128. Now the wall looks more reasonable. Good. So that, in the nutshell, is how to make a door with RBOXs. And as you can see, you need to test whether the character can actually walk through it, and that's going to be a relationship between the height of the character and the height of the opening. And even though it looks like the character should go through, the character's visual aspect is not the same as the character's physical aspect. So you have to look to the numbers. Anyway, here is a simple door in a wall.